Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers divorcing after 6 years of marriage. Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers are divorcing after over 6 years of marriage, according to multiple reports. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum's husband filed for divorce on July 7 in Los Angeles per court documents. According to Briefing on Bravo, also reported the news of the pair's split on Monday. The news of their separation comes after Denise and Aaron most recently took viewers inside their relationship and life with their family on the Bravo series, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, which aired earlier this year. When did Denise Richards marry Aaron Phypers? Denise and Aaron were married in September 2018. The wedding was later featured on RHOBH, as was their marriage before Denise exited as a cast member after season 10. She had made cameos in the time since stepping away. The couple reflected more on the early days of their relationship in the clip at the top of the post. Denise Richards opens up about her marriage to Aaron Phypers. Back in the spring, while Denise Richards and Her Wild Things was airing on Bravo, Denise opened up about her marriage to Aaron. "I always say it's never balanced. It is what it is. I think that even though we're in the public eye and I've had the career I've had, my ex-husband Charlie Sheen has had the career he's had. I was raised in Illinois. My kids were raised in Hollywood. We still have a lot of the same issues that many parents have. And I think that with Aaron and I, we don't try to change each other," she told the Briefing on Bravo at the time. "We respect each other." She further elaborated on their relationship dynamic when chatting with us. She added, "We like being with each other. He's my best friend too, and we just really enjoy each other's company. I tell every couple, especially with kids, if you could just do one night, at least a month, where you have a staycation where you can shut down and be with just each other, I think that helps so much with marriages or couples who have children." Do Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers have any kids together? Denise adopted her daughter, Eloise, in 2011, and Aaron later adopted her in 2019. "It wasn't even a decision. It just is." He told People about the decision to adopt Eloise. "She's a sweetheart. I love her. I think of her as my own." Denise also has 2 grown daughters, Lola and Sammy Sheen, whom she co-parents with her ex-husband, Charlie. The California sun, usually a comforting blanket, felt like a harsh spotlight on July 7, 2025. Denise Richards sat by her pool, the gentle lapping of water doing little to soothe the tempest brewing inside her. 6 years. 6 years and a handful of months since she'd stood on that Malibu bluff, exchanging vows with Aaron Phypers, a man who had promised her a different kind of peace after the public storms of her past. Now the peace was shattered, replaced by the cold, sterile language of court documents. Aaron had filed divorce. The news broke like a dam, first a trickle from Briefing on Bravo, then a flood across entertainment sites. Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers divorcing after 6 years of marriage. The headlines were stark, unforgiving. She scrolled through her phone, seeing images of herself and Aaron, smiling, laughing, living what looked like a perfectly curated life on Denise Richards and Her Wild Things. The irony was a bitter taste. They had just invited viewers into their world, showcasing their family, their dynamic. Had it all been a performance, or had the cracks simply been too subtle for the camera to capture, too personal for the public to truly understand? She closed her eyes, and the memory of September 2018 flooded her mind. The wedding. It had been a whirlwind, a beautiful, intimate affair captured for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She remembered the rush, the excitement, the feeling that this was a fresh start, a mature love built on mutual respect. Aaron, with his calm demeanor and protective nature, had felt like an anchor. He understood her life, the chaos that often swirled around her, the demands of fame and motherhood. He'd embraced it, embraced her. The vows had felt so real, so full of promise. "I promise to be your best friend," she'd whispered, and he'd echoed the sentiment. Their life together, particularly as depicted on Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, had been presented as a testament to their unique bond. She'd spoken openly about it, trying to articulate the delicate balance of their relationship. "I'd always say it's never balanced. It is what it is," she told the briefing on Bravo just months ago. "I think that even though we're in the public eye and I've had the career I've had, my ex-husband Charlie Sheen has had the career he's had. I was raised in Illinois. My kids were raised in Hollywood. We still have a lot of the same issues that many parents have, and I think that with Aaron and I, we don't try to change each other. We respect each other." She genuinely believed that last part. They did respect each other. But respect, she was learning, wasn't always enough to bridge the growing chasm of unspoken needs and diverging paths. She preached the importance of staycations, those sacred nights where couples with children could shut down and be with just each other. They had tried, truly, but even those moments had begun to feel less like connection and more like an obligation, another box to tick in the script of their seemingly perfect marriage. One of the most profound moments of their union, a moment that had solidified Aaron's place in her heart and her family, was his adoption of Alois in 2019. Denise had adopted Alois in 2011, and Aaron stepping up to formally adopt her had been a testament to his commitment. "It wasn't even a decision. It just is," he had told people, his voice full of genuine affection. "She's a sweetheart. I love her. I think of her as my own." That bond, forged in love and legal paperwork, had seemed unbreakable. It was a beautiful, selfless act that spoke volumes about his character. Yet even that shared parenthood, a source of immense joy and unity, couldn't prevent the slow, insidious creep of distance. Her life had always been complex, a tapestry woven with the vibrant, sometimes chaotic, threads of her public persona and her deeply private role as a mother. Co-parenting Lola and Sami with Charlie had been a journey of its own, demanding resilience and a thick skin. Aaron had navigated this landscape with remarkable grace, never trying to overshadow, always supportive. He had been a steady presence, a calm port in the storm. For a long time, that had been precisely what she needed. But somewhere along the way, the script had begun to fray. The never-balanced truth she spoke about their life together started to apply not just to the external pressures, but to the internal dynamics of their relationship. The respecting each other part remained, but perhaps they respected each other so much that they avoided the difficult conversations, the uncomfortable truths that needed airing. The small grievances accumulated, the unspoken expectations festered. The quiet moments, once filled with comfortable companionship, became silent voids. It wasn't a dramatic fight, no explosive argument that led to the July 7 filing. It was a slow, almost imperceptible drift, a realization, perhaps, that their individual needs were no longer aligning, that the paths they were on, while parallel for a time, were now gently curving away from each other. Aaron, ever the pragmatic one, had likely seen it first, or felt it more acutely. The court documents were simply the formal acknowledgement of a truth they had both, in their own ways, been living for months. Denise picked up a framed photo from the table, a candid shot of her, Aaron, and the girls, all laughing, windblown on a beach. The smiles were genuine then. She traced Aaron's face with her thumb. There was no anger, only a profound sadness. 6 years was a significant chapter, a period of growth, shared joy, and undeniable challenges. She had learned so much about herself, about relationships, about the delicate dance between public perception and private reality. The sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the pool. The headlines would continue to churn, the public would speculate, but for Denise, the immediate future was about her girls. Lola, Sami, and Alois. They were her constant, her anchors. The script of her life was always evolving, always taking unexpected turns. This was another one. A painful one, yes, but also an opportunity. An opportunity to redefine, to heal, and to step into the next act, not as a character in a fading drama, but as a woman ready to write her own new story. The selected text describes Denise Richards' emotional state on July 7, 2025, after Aaron Phypers filed for divorce, ending their 6-year marriage. It highlights the public nature of their relationship, including their wedding featured on RHOBH, and their family life showcased on Denise Richards and Her Wild Things. Denise reflects on her previous statements about their never balanced, but respectful marriage and Aaron's significant act of adopting her daughter, Alois. The narrative suggests that the divorce wasn't due to a dramatic fight, but a slow, imperceptible drift as their individual needs diverged. Despite the sadness, Denise finds solace in her daughters and looks towards a new chapter in her life,